What up, everyone? Mikey here.
And the other half.
The other half of Zany,
Lauren.
the kitty. So, we got some feedback on the other video on the Q&A, and we decided, hey, why not do another one? So,
Well, we got like one or two questions, so we wanted to do that, like answer. I think someone asked like how we met, and then we came up with a couple more questions that were like more detailed, I guess you could say. Like there would be more detail in the answers, so I wrote them down. And the first one we came up with was,
well, I'm sorry, no onesie today. I'm in my pajamas, so.
yeah, I said that I would do the onesie, but I didn't know that we were doing this video today, so.
We was at dinner and it was like, we should do a video again.
Yeah, because it's fun. It's fun to come up with questions, and we don't really talk about the answers either. We just, it kind of just flows.
One of the questions is a little intimate.
No, it's not going to be...
So, if you have kids or...
It's not going to be pornographic.
I know, but if you have kids in the room and you don't want them to hear about sex or anything like that, I say, get them out of the room. But we'll tell you what is coming up, so.
First, what?
My beard is so fucked up. Like, I didn't put my beard on.
It looks fun. The first one that we thought of was the first 2 dates that we had, which we say 2 because the first date that we had planned back when we met, so that this would have been July of 2018, because we weren't official yet, because we were taking it slow. So we made plans to hang out here in it was like late July, early August. We already had plans to do that. We were gonna watch a movie and have snacks and just hang out. That was basically gonna be the date, which is great. It was fun, but the first one, actually, I guess the official first one came before that, because you called me and asked me if I wanted to come over because you were having a bonfire.
Yeah, I was having a bonfire with weed. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna invite her.
Yeah, and I was like getting ready to go to bed, and you called me, and I jumped up and I threw on some clothes. I put makeup on. My sister was like doing my hair because I was nervous and I didn't know what to expect. So
they knew.
Yeah, I told them. So one of them, I think, started like doing my hair, and I asked the other one like what kind of makeup I should wear.
That's so cute. The twin sisters are so cute.
So I drove over, and the whole time I was like, "Oh my god, I'm gonna throw up. I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna throw up. I'm gonna something's gonna happen." Like I was that nervous, because I hadn't really been on like a formal, real date in a while. Not like that. Like I was seeing people, but not in like a formal date setting. So then I came over, and my feet got eaten up by mosquitoes because I was wearing flip-flops, and I didn't know that your yard was full of mosquitoes. So my feet got eaten up. But I remember I pulled up and I saw him circling the driveway, and he was holding flowers because he gave me flowers on the first time. And I saw him circling the driveway because I just texted him that I was on my way, or that I was about to pull up, and I almost threw up. Like, I was so nervous. I was like, oh my god, it's him, it's him. Like, I don't know what to do. Like, I was legitimately freaking out.
And then when you saw me, you're like, oh shit, he's really in the wheelchair. Huh?
No, it didn't really hit me like that. I knew you were in a wheelchair, but it didn't really hit me ever. Like, you were always just, okay, this man's in a wheelchair. Like, it never
So
really...
you saw me and then...
I saw you, but I didn't see the wheelchair. Like, I wasn't even...
You saw me and then we went to the fire.
And we, like, clicked immediately.
And then I made we... Remember this?
Yeah.
I made we go to the Wawa.
Yeah. And then we, like, made out.
That night was like...
Well, nothing beats, like, a good summer bonfire.
And then the second one.
Then the second one, what?
Wow, we already at 6 minutes.
The second one was the first one where we were alone. And we watched...
I was at your house.
No, I came over here.
Oh, yeah.
That... You came over my... That's the third question.
Yeah.
The second time, I came over here and we were watching Beauty and the Beast, the live action version.
And it went good.
Yeah, because you hadn't seen it, and you wanted to watch it, and it was on Netflix. So we're watching it. No, actually, we watched Me Before You, I think, that night, too.
Did I cry?
We both did. We were watching that, and...
No shame. No shame.
No, there's no shame. No, not in that movie, there's no shame.
Oh, shit, motherfucker.
That's one of our movies. Like, we could watch that anytime.
Yeah, it holds a special spot in my heart.
Yeah, and then we watched that, and Beauty and the Beast. I fell asleep twice.
On me.
On him. I couldn't help it.
So, yeah, so second date was good. What's the second question? I just wanna...
Meeting our
Don't wanna
families.
make this video too long.
Meeting our families.
Well, I met all of your family now.
No, there's still people you haven't met.
Oh, man. I just gotta say, I know you watches my videos. Your dad, I love him. He's just awesome.
Yeah, my dad has a YouTube channel, I think.
I love your dad.
No, there's still a lot of people on my side you haven't met, but I've met basically everybody on your side.
It was, I love your family.
But you had...
Myself.
Would you put it away? But you had reservations though about me meeting my family.
Yeah, I had some bad experience, but I met her mom. I met her twin sisters.
You met them. You met the immediate family first, and then my grandparents.
They're awesome. I love her family.
I was only nervous about meeting your family just because I had heard through the grapevine just your dad is the way that he is.
And my uncle.
Well, yeah, but that we're not even going to bring that
I
up.
have a crazy uncle. I love him.
No, but I was told by numerous people, like, you know, his dad, it's going to seem like he doesn't like you, but that's not true. It's just his personality, like, he's shy.
I have a big, big, big thank you to her family because her family welcomed me, and like I went to her sister's
Mm-hmm.
shows, um, dinners, everything. I love being a part of her family, even if we like. I love going to Zach's hockey game
Yeah, those are always.
and like just sitting near the TV
Yeah.
and the fireplace going. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
That homey feeling.
And the
I love
decorations.
it. And the dogs.
And the dogs.
Yeah.
The decorations. And he always said, like, when he's at my house, that it just, it feels like home. Or like what a home should be.
It does. I'm not used to it. I'm not. It's little questions.
The next one.
Yeah.
The next one's about sex.
Uh-oh. You want to take the lead up?
I mean,
Uh, warning, get the kids out if they want.
I was only nervous because I was afraid that I would hurt you. Or that I
It was scary for you.
it
But because
was
you didn't know.
yeah, well, I remember when I first met you, I felt like I was almost afraid to touch you because I was afraid that I would hurt you. Like if we were cuddling and I put my head on your chest, I remember I would ask you, "Is this okay?" Like,
And
"Is
then
this
she
okay?"
fell asleep on me 2 times.
And then I fell asleep on him twice. And then now, if we're sleeping, I'm like, "Move, asshole!" Like, so that I think is what it was like as far as intimacy is concerned. But it's
Oh, well, let me. Well, I don't know. Would you say it's
okay. No, we're not gonna go there.
would you say it's a normal sex life?
Any sex life, no matter if both people are able-bodied or
Or
not.
they could be bad. Just saying.
No, I know, but I think if you really know your partner and you really do a lot of communicating with your partner, because
We gotta do that.
when it comes to intimacy, when one or even both parties is disabled, there is a certain level of finesse that it takes.
I will say this. If one position don't work, try another one. And
Yeah, like
try
don't
another.
let it discourage you, because
Over and over again. Try new things.
there's a certain level of patience also that you need to have, because
I always make a joke that if you wanna have sex with me, you better be like a gymnast.
okay.
Be able to like,
No, but like in all seriousness though, it's things with sex that I think a lot of people take for granted is that, okay, we're gonna do this and we're gonna do this now, and it's gonna be crazy and passionate, and
bullshit.
it's a lot of people, I think if you're transitioning from having a sexual life with, because I had only ever been with people
Able body.
who were able-bodied, and so walking into that experience,
Is something different?
it was different, but then I think it was also nerve-wracking in the beginning because I was afraid of, and it took a while for it didn't take long for me to kind of get over that, just because it's normal. I mean, for us, it's normal. Just things that we can do. But for just in the beginning
Like,
of a relationship,
yeah, there was a lot of trial and error.
it's a lot of trial and error. It's a learning curve, definitely, because you need to figure out, okay, this works, this doesn't work. We can do this, we can't really do this.
Try to do shit. Don't let it discourage you.
No, and you have to have some patience too, because on the party that's able-bodied, you need to be patient and you need to be understanding. And if you can't be that and a lot of other things, then it's not going to work. Like the sex in general, it's not going to work. But then on the side of the party that is disabled, it can be, well, I can't speak for you, but what was it like having to walk into another relationship knowing what you had been through
Good question.
as far as intimacy was concerned?
Well, out of relationship was like, I could do this, I could do that. But with us, it's like different. I could do one thing, I could do that, I could do this. But there are more things that I can do that I can't do. And vice versa. I couldn't do stuff with other people that I could do with you. So it was like testing, more of a testing the waters at first.
And it's still some trial and error even now.
That's where you get your patience.
It's still like the trial and error in the communication doesn't stop after a certain amount of time.
Yep.
So I think that for both parties, there's some finesse that needs to be done in order to make it work. But it can be done. And you can have a very fulfilling sex life. Oh my god, would you...
Your fucking phone is so annoying.
I mean, in general, you can have a fulfilling sex life, you know, whether one or both parties is disabled. It shouldn't make a difference. What?
Yeah, I read the other one, and I thought it was something.
Well, we're not at that one yet.
But we should move on. Yeah. So,
Favorite-
have patience. Be open to everything. So,
favorite moments.
when I gave you a promise ring,
Yes.
you jumped up like a little kid. I wish I could jump just like you. Reenacted.
I don't do that.
Yeah, that's
That'd probably be up there with mine too, but maybe... I don't know. Maybe the first time you met my family? Because that was a pretty good day.
oh, I love you. It wasn't with, well, it was kind of with you, but it was at the Christmas party
My Christmas party?
with your grandpa,
My uncle?
the one that loved me.
My grandma's husband. My grandparents are divorced.
Yeah.
Moti.
Moti, yeah. I love him. He is so nice. I love him. Yeah, so I just like doing the small stuff with you, like going to that game.
Yeah. Any
Those are
kind of
mine.
any kind of familial thing, I think it for me, I could never really do that with previous partners for a lot of reasons, and it never really felt like home. Like it never really felt like, okay, this is meant to be. Like, yeah, like it wasn't right, and it didn't feel like it was meant to be. But then with you, it feels like the most natural thing in the world. Favorite and least favorite things about each other. Start with favorites because
favorite is you don't let stuff get to you. Like challenges. Be funny, open, beautiful. You know how to sharpen knives now.
yeah, I do know.
And you're open to learning stuff. You gotta get a head on your shoulders. With that said, the thing that I don't like is that you disgrade yourself. Like, I'm not pretty, I'm fat, or I'm not beautiful enough, which
That's
you are.
that's a self-esteem, like self-conscious.
I do it too, but
It's a learned
it's
skill.
all
It's a learned skill to eventually kind of get past those things.
it's how you frame your mind.
It's a lot. Like it's hard. It's not easy. It could take years of soul searching or therapy to eventually get over those things. And even if you do, they might not ever really go away. They might still be sitting there in the back of your mind, but it helps when you finally develop coping mechanisms to deal with those thoughts.
But to me, you know how I look at you.
And you think I'm cute?
You're beautiful. You better believe that.
I do.
Your turn.
My favorite
This is
things.
gonna be good.
My favorite things are you're so smart. Like you're ridiculously smart. With no, like what's you're smart where you can fix anything. You can repair anything. You can sharpen pretty much anything. Like you're handy. Like if you ever come across a problem, you're not gonna be like, all right, let's call someone to fix it. Like you want to actively try and figure out. Yeah, like you want to actively try and figure out how to do it on your own. Like you're resourceful.
All you need is duct tape.
Not
Duct
always.
tape is always good.
No, duct tape doesn't fix everything. it can close a wound.
And
but
it can shut someone up. That's all you need to know.
No, it won't fix a hole in your boat if you're out in the middle of the ocean.
Well, what's the bad stuff?
You're really stubborn. You're
Yes,
really fucking stubborn.
I am.
Like to a ridiculous
I even admit it.
to a very ridiculous standard. like
I am.
like we could argue.
That's all.
I don't know.
We gotta wrap it up soon.
Your soap addiction.
Soap addiction. I need some clean.
I don't know. It's not my least favorite thing. It's just it's a quirk.
I'm working on it.
I'm surprised that you didn't say that my hair falls out. What's the Ginger Billy video about his wife's hair?
Well, we don't need to say that.
Where you find my hair in places.
But there's 5 other questions.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry if this video too long. 25 minutes.
It's not that bad.
It is for Q&A.
No, it's not.
No editing here. I don't like those videos. Like,
Bare bones.
hey guys,
Bare bones over here.
look at me.
Today we're doing fall favorites. No, that's what girls and like makeup do. Like, oh look, this is the
Fucking millennials.
this is the new eyeshadow 217. Like,
So we're gonna go watch Sex and the ER.
I don't know why you love that show. It's a good show.
We're gonna visit Mama tomorrow.
Mm.
So, yeah. What do I always say?
Never give up
Never surrender.
and give loyalty
Every respect,
to everybody.
especially.
Yourself. And stay sexy.
No, stay cute.
Stay cute. I can switch.
Stay sexy.
I can switch.
Don't be like me. Stay sexy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for watching. Love all of you. Leave a comment. And thank you. So, thank you for watching.